everyone, this is Anam Chahar. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be discussing the summary of lesson number 10, the sermon at Benaras, from the book First Flight of class 10. The chapter is based on the theme of inevitability of death. Death is common to all. Anyone who is born in this world will definitely die. So this is the theme. The chapter is based on the life of Gautam Buddha. It is divided into two parts basically. The first part tells about Prince Siddharth's life that was lived in luxury. Who was Prince Siddharth? Gautam Buddha. He was born as Prince Siddharth. So the first part of the chapter talks about his life spent in palace. The second part brings out the enlightened state of Gautam Buddha. Enlightened state means when he had gained the true knowledge of life and death, and he taught a woman Kissa Gautami. He gave a valuable lesson. He gave his first sermon to a woman whose name was Kissa Gautami. So let's begin. Gautam Buddha was born as a prince. His name was Siddharth, and he spent his initial life in luxury. He got married, had a son, and lived a joyful life. He did not know of any pain and misery. But one day, when he was about 25 years old, he saw a sick man. When he was going somewhere, he saw a sick man. Then he saw an old man, and after that he also saw a funeral procession. Funeral procession means when somebody dies. Kisi ki arthi le jana is funeral procession. And finally, he also saw a monk. So after seeing all these people, his heart was changed. He was moved by this sight so much that he left his palace and he went out into the world to seek enlightenment. Enlightenment, as I told you, it means true knowledge. So he left his palace and he went out to gain the true knowledge. He wandered for 7 years. He wandered in forest and different places for 7 years. And finally, he sat down under a peepal tree where he vowed to stay. He pledged. Vowed means he pledged to stay until enlightenment. So he said he will not move from this place until he got enlightenment. Until he gained true knowledge about life and death. After getting enlightened, after 7 years it happened, after 7 years he gained enlightenment, he gained true knowledge, and he renamed the tree which he was sitting under, the peepal tree, he renamed it. He started calling him the Bodhi tree. Bodhi means buddhi, wisdom. So this tree is known as the tree of wisdom because under this very tree, Gautam Buddha had gained enlightenment. He had gained true knowledge. After that, he began to teach and he began to share his knowledge and understanding with people. At that point, he became known as Buddha. People started calling him Buddha. Like I said, Buddha is related to buddhi, wisdom. So Buddha means the one who has true wisdom, the one who is awakened, who is enlightened, and who has knowledge, true knowledge about life and death and the circle of life. His first sermon. So this was the first part of the chapter, and the second part is about his first sermon. He preached her first sermon at Benaras to a woman. Her name was Kissa Gautami, who had lost her son. This sermon reflects his deep wisdom. So, like I said, the first sermon was delivered to a woman. Her name was Kisa Gautami. Her son had died. Her young son had just died. She was not able to accept the death of her only son. She was filled with grief and felt helpless. She ran from house to house, asking people to give some medicine to revive her dead son. All the neighbors could offer her nothing but pity. They couldn't do anything to help her because obviously, if somebody has died, he cannot be revived. He cannot come back to life again. However, one man sent her to Shakya Muni. He sent her to Budhha. He said that he was the only one who could help her. So he assured her that only Budhha could help her under such circumstances. Kisa Gautami went to Budhha, who told her to get a handful of mustard seeds from a house where no near and dear one had ever died. Kisa followed his instructions, and again she went house to house asking for a handful of mustard seeds. Everyone was ready to provide her with a handful of mustard seeds, but the second condition could not be fulfilled. What was the second condition? That she had to get mustard seeds from a house where no near and dear one had ever died. So she found no house where no beloved had ever died. At last, she got her lesson. Now, through this particular incident, Budhha wanted to teach her a valuable lesson, and she got her lesson. She realized that death was common to all. Everyone has to go through the same grief and suffering after losing a loved one. The one who is born in this world will definitely die, and there is not a single person in this world who has not suffered the grief of losing a loved one. Sooner or later, everyone has to go through the same suffering. So after understanding this, Kisa Gautami accepted the death of her son. She accepted the truth. She realized that she had been selfish in her grief. She understood that one could gain true knowledge only after accepting the truth. One could break the circle of life and death only by becoming selfless. Buddha declared that death is common to all, death is inevitable, whether the person is young or old, whether he is wise or foolish, right? Death is inevitable. Everyone is subject to death. Peace of mind comes when one accepts this truth and gets over grief. So yeah, that's all about it. If you like the video, if you found the video useful, then please subscribe to my channel. You can also leave your comments. Thank you.